Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to our economic subject. As we are moving with the poverty chapter under the name of current challenges facing the Indian economy. So, almost we had completed the introduction part. In the introduction part, what who are the poor, as we have discussed with the introduction part, and today we are going to see what is poverty here, and we are going to further discuss how are poor people are identified, that we are going to discuss in the today's session. So let's continue and just try to know what is this poverty here. See, two scholars, Sehen Rafi Khan and Damia Damen Killer, put the conditions of the poor in a nutshell. That is what, in the nutshell, what say poverty is hunger. They are been telling us about the poverty in their words. These are the two scholars which they are presenting the poverty over here. Poverty is hunger. Poverty is being sick and not being able to see a doctor. Poverty is not being able to go to school and not knowing how to read. Poverty is not having a job. Poverty is fear for the future. Having once food once in a day. Poverty is losing a child to illness brought about the unclear water. Poverty is powerlessness, lack of representation and freedom. Now, what do you think now? What these people have displayed over here, the conditions of the poor, is it the same or anything different we are having in the poverty? Yes. See, if you notice the points, almost it is the same, as our point of view also will be the same. Who is the poor and who falls under the poverty? The poor are the people who don't get a one time meal. Means poverty is hunger. This point is accepted. Then poverty is being sick and not able to see a doctor. See, many of the time what happens, if you see the poor people who stay on a street, footpaths, right? They are not going to see the doctor as well. Why? Because minimum charges has to be paid for the doctor, right? Even that point is been accepted now. Poverty is being a sick means what? Which is not able to see the doctor. Obviously, some of the time the poor people are not able to see the doctor's face as well. Why? If they want to go to the doctor, they need to pay consent fees, right? That is what the things are being told over here are acceptable now. Then further, poverty is not being able to go to school. Obviously, the poor people, most probably, they keep on moving from one place to another place. They will be migrating for the work of job, right? Wherever they get the job, they will migrate over there and keep on moving. Due to that, they are not able to go to school. See, in the previous story, as we have seen, Anu and Sudha, how the Anu's childhood went, and at the age of 12 how she started to work instead of going to the school. What was her dream? As we have discussed in the previous session, right, about the story of Anu and Sudha. Even the same matters over here. The poverty is not being to go to the school. Even this is accepted. And not knowing how to read. Obviously, when you are not going to school, even you will not be knowing how to read, right? Then next, poverty is not having a job. Obviously, in the story itself, you can get the idea about it. Why? Because due to the jobless peoples were there, the parents were laborers. Wherever they used to get, they used to migrate over there. The same situation it is. Here, they are having the fear of the future. Today we are having job. Tomorrow we will have it or no. That's what the future. This is what the poverty line exactly, what these two scholars has told, right? Then having food once in a day. Now even this is most important part. even you need to, if they get one time meal also is more and good enough. Then poverty is losing a child to illness. Now see, due to this poverty line, few of the times the peoples who are taking birth only, the children's get death. Even that is the point has to be kept, seen or noticed here. That is due to the illness. Then brought to the these diseases or due to the reasons. What are the reasons? What why they get illness to the childrens is unclear water. See, when the people, the poor people, are staying on the footpath, just imagine, are you going to give the filter water for them? No, no, we are not going to get. Wherever they get a tap, they will go there and drink the water. It is clean water or dirt, unclear water. What you are going to know? No. Then poverty is powerlessness. Then you are not having any of the powers. If you are a poor person, can't do anything. That's what the thing. Then lack of representation and freedom. They are not having, they are not being recognized. They are not going to represent in the front of others, or they are not having any of the freedoms. Then these are the points. What exactly, what is poverty we call here? These two scholars, whatever have told them, told about this are accepted points, right? This is what exactly poverty means over here. Now what you think, the question they have kept, what do you think now? Is it right? What is this poverty? Yes, even I accept this. This is the poverty where the poor are not having these things: hunger, then sick, then availability of doctors or schools, then no, nothing to be read means no, not knowing how to read that one, then not having jobs, then the a fear of future, then not available one time meal per day, all illness, or this is powerlessness. This is what all about the poverty. The elements or the features we can call. These are the things where we call the people as a poor or poverty line. Now, here it comes to the main concept now. Let's see the things. Here, how are poor identified? Now, how you are going to identify the poor? Let's see one by one that we will discuss over here. Now here, if India is to solve the problems of poverty, it has to find the very viable and sustainable strategies. They are going to frame a strategies, sustainable strategies to find it out the poor people and solve the problem of poverty, right? Sustainable strategies to address the causes of poverty. Here we are going to see the causes of poverty and design schemes to help the poor out of this situation. Here, this is the critical situation where the poor need to bring it out. They are required to bring out from this, right? So, government has to plan certain schemes and implement them to bring out the poverty line. So, few of the things are there, but totally whole of the poverty line is not brought out of it. That's one of the things to be known over here. So here, however, for these schemes to be implemented, the government need to be able to identify who the poor are. See, whatever the implementation of the schemes are made. Now, obviously, you need to identify who are the poor people. First, you have to identify them. Then you have to implement the schemes which you have made. Okay. So that is the main important point over here. For this, there is need to develop a scale of major poverty. There you are need to have a scale to measure the poverty line. To how you are going to develop a scale of measuring poverty line, and the factors that have made up the criteria for this measurement. Now, which are the factors you are going to take into consideration, and what criteria you are going to set to measure the poverty line? That's one thing. The first point says that set criteria for measurement is been told, or mechanism need to be carefully chosen. Now, whatever the criteria you are making out, the poverty line, how you are going to find it out, and how the schemes you have taken or brought into existence, how you are going to implement to bring out the poor people out of the poverty line. That's what it says most important point has to be taken here. Now, the first thing here, this all about the criteria to measure the poverty, okay, the poor. Then further, in pre-independence, the previously in the independent time in India, Dadabhai Nauroji was the first to discuss the concept of the poverty line. See, when they our independence took place, and that time when the things came into existence, the main concept of this came into existence just by Dadabhai Nauroji took this concept in front of all in the discussion about the poverty line. Okay, so he was the main menu for the prisoner and used appropriate prevailing prices to the arrive at what may be jail cost of living. See, this is what Dadabhai Nauroji brought the concept of poverty line into thing, and menu of prisoner jail cost of living. Then, however, only adults stay in jails, whereas in an actual society there are children too. He therefore appropriately adjusted this cost of living to arrive at a poverty line. See, he made the calculation of this. See, even you are as a prisoner, if you are staying in a jail, there certain cost will be made. That is what cost of living we can call. That is jail cost of living we can call over here. Then actually the society there are childrens too. So further, if you see over here, even you can see the childrens too are there present over here. If you are keeping the adult people in the jail, what is the use of it? Here you need to see that who are the prisoners, they can bring the change over here, they can work over here, and it is making the cost of living in the jail. Okay, that's one thing he has presented over here. Then therefore appropriately adjustment for the cost of living to arrive the poverty line. Here we are having one of the paragraph which has been mentioned over here. Just will try to understand this. For this adjustment, he assumed that 1/3 population constitute for children and half of them consumed very little, while the others half consumed half of the adult debt. See what the total population is there, right? He assumed 1/3 of population constitute of children. Now in that, if you see the ratio, 1/3 of people are children's, and half of them consume very little. The consumption is very less for them, very little, while the others half consume half of adult death. Now others half of the adults means the youngsters, the young children's adult age, they death. Okay, so this is how he arrived at the factor of 3/4. That is what he came into arrival of the factor of 3/4. The 3/4, what is this 3/4? 1/6 is nil plus 1/6 half plus 2/3 full equals to 3/4. This is what he has find it out the arrival of the factors, the 3/4 of full. The weighted average of consumption of the 3/4 segments gives a average poverty line. Means out of these 3/4 people fall under the poverty line. Okay, so that factor is been shown over here, the average line, which comes out of the 3/4 of the adult jail cost of living. If you notice over here, 3/4 of the cost of living, if you the jail prisoners, if they work, they bring out the cost of livings over here. So even you can see, you can have one of the general example over here. You know, in the jail, some of the prisoners make a murder and go there to their lifetime. So what they make over there? Yes, they are just earning over there as well. They are made to work for the other peoples. They are, if you take an example of our local, our city only. In Belgaum, we are having Hindalga jail. There, prisoners are there who are bought out of the jail, and even they are allowed or make to work for the prisoners. Now, if their lifetime totally is going to be here only, in the jail only, then what is the use? Let them come out and work and earn something. That is what jail, cost of living. Let them bring the cost of living into our day-to-day life. That's what the thing. And here in the poverty line, as you can see, how the categories are being made. We'll discuss about this and then move further. See, in the poverty line, you can see how the categories are made. Here two categories are there, poor and non-poor. Now, who are called poor? Here in this category, the poor people are absolutely poor. This is one, and very poor and poor. Here, even in the poor category, we are having three subcategories, as we can see over here. One is absolutely poor, which is not having anything, and one is very poor, and one is poor. Just like if you can see and assume that absolutely poor means he is not going to get the meals in a day, or he is not having the shelter to stay, right? Very poor means he is having the shelter but not being able to have the food. Okay, that one thing. Then poor means what? He can have food for 1 or 2 times and small shelter. That is what in this categories we can assume how absolutely poor means what we can say, and what is the very poor and what is poor. As on our assumption we can assume this. Then what about the non-poor? Not as poor means in this category also not as poor. He can manage to have 2 times the meals, and even with the shelter if he is having, it is not so poor. Then middle class means what? He is able to have the 3 time meals, the shelter and education and health facilities. That is what middle class. Then upper middle class, then rich class, very rich class, and millennials and billionaires. These are the richer families which starts up with the upper middle class, which they will be having everything to do and to stay to have. That is what the categories you can see. The poverty line which has been explained in the chart, you can just have the idea about it. That's what the main important thing to be known by us, the poverty line. So let's move to the next slide now. Here all was about the pre-independence. Now we shall see after post-independence. Okay, in the post-independence India, there have been several attempts to work out of mechanism to identify the number of poor in the country. They were taken many of the mechanisms to identify the poor number of people in our country. For instance, in the year 1962, the Planning Commission, in the year 1962, the Planning Commission formed the study group. They formed a committee over there. They formed a group of people. Here, in the year 1979, the another body called Task Force on Projection of Minimum Needs of Effective Consumption Demand was formed. See, one more took place in the year which 1979. The target force of the projections of minimum need and effective consumption demand took place, was formed in the year. And further, just to find it out, for what they are going to find it out? The poor peoples, to identify the poor peoples. The committees were framed. First, the Planning Commission study group was made in the year 1962. Then it came to the 1979, the target force projection of minimum need and effective consumption demand came into existence. And further, again, in year 1989 to 2005, expert groups were constituted for the same purpose. Just to identify this, these committees were framed. It started from the year 1962, the Planning Commission, the study group took place. Then 1979, the target force of projection of minimum need and effective consumption demand took place. Then again, the committee, the new committee, the expert groups in the year 1989 to 2005, expert groups were taken or constituted for the same purpose. For what purpose? Just to identify the people, the poor people. To identify the poor people, this took place over here. Then, beside planning commission, many individual economists have also attempted to develop the mechanism. In spite of these committees, even certain economists came into existence with the study and find it out many of the categories of the people here. Here, for the purpose of defining poverty, we divide people into categories. Here, now as you can see here, in this categories are being made here. Poor and non-poor categories are there, right? So in that, absolutely poor means what, very poor means what, everything has to be seen, right? So here, further, to define the poverty, we divided people into two categories. That is what, poor and non-poor. And the poverty line separates the two. Here we are seeing that in the poverty line, they are separating these two peoples, the two categories. One is poor and another is non-poor. So further, however, there are many kinds of poor. There are many kinds of poor now. In the poor category also, we are having absolute poor, the very poor person, and the poor. Again, in that category, we are having three subpoints, which are that the absolutely poor, the very poor, and the poor. Similarly, there are various kinds of non-poor. In the various kinds of non-poor also, they are having the subcategories. One is not so poor. The next one is middle class, then upper middle class, the rich, the very rich, and the absolutely rich. Think on this as a line of or continuum from the very poor to the absolutely rich, with the poverty line dividing the poor from the non-poor. In this line of poverty line, you can just see and understand it is absolutely poor to the millionaires, means absolutely rich people. Billionaires are there here. So that is what the category of the poverty line which has been made over here. Now these categories, we can just have it and see, and we can discuss about this as well. See, categories of poverty. There are many ways to categorize poverty. Here there are many ways to categorize poverty. Now in one such way, people are always poor. See, one of the category is there that we call here as a chronic poor, which are always poor, and those who are usually poor. Now casual poor. Now even this can be understood very easily by seeing this diagram. Just we'll move further. Let's discuss further theoretical part over here. Here, in such category, see here, the categorizing poverty we are discussing. There are many ways of categorizing poverty or categorize poverty. In such a way, people who are always poor, there are some people who doesn't cross the poverty line, the below poverty line, they are not going or coming out of that. And we call it as a always poor. In the first chronic poor, you can see that. Then those who are usually poor but who may sometimes have a little more money. Example, casual workers are grouped together as a chronic poor. Means what? Few of the poor are there, but not exactly as always poor. Even they cross certain lines. If you see here, just they try to cross the poverty line. They will come up and go down. Just like that, the poor are there. We call it as a usually poor, that are maximally casual workers are grouped together as a chronic poor. Then coming to the another group of churning poor, the next group, this is the another group of the poor. Here we can see who are regular in and out of poverty. If you see here, who are here, it is churning poor. They are going to come out of the poverty line and fall under the poverty line. Come out of poverty line and fall again in the poverty line. This is all about the churning poor, what we call here. They are just going to make it up and down. They are going to come out of line, again fall under the poverty line, as you can see in this slide as well. In this diagrammatical way, you can understand here. This is what poverty line. They are going to go, means come out of the poverty line, again go in the poverty line. This in the slide you can see they have come out of line and gone in under the poverty line. This we are seeing in the image as well. Then further, they are maximally, for example, if you see, these are the this category churning poors are maximally the farmers or seasonal workers. These the people who fall under the category of poor and come out of the poverty line are maximally the farmers or the seasonal workers and the occasional workers as well. See, occasional workers who are rich most. This is what this was churning got over occasional poors. What we call here occasional poors who are rich most of the time, but may sometimes have a patch of bad lucks. See, some of the time they may go bad luck, just like a business. They will be having the profit, and some of the time they may go here. That is what occasional poors we can call over here. They are not going to be below poverty line, but by bad luck, some of the time. See, remember the point. Just by bad luck, some of the time they may fall under the poverty line. We call it as a occasional poor. That is what patch of bad luck. Due to the bad luck, they may fall under the that category. Okay, that's one thing to be known over here. Then lastly, they are called transient poor. These are called transient poor. Churning poors and occasional poors. These two categories we call here transient poor. So the aggregate category is made chronic poor, transient poor, and now it which comes under never poor. Let's see about the last category, poor, what it means. And then there are those who are never poor and they are non-poor. This is the last point to be known, the category of the poverty line. Those who are not going to become any of the time poor in these things. The poverty line, above poverty line, they are staying over here. They are not going to be any of the bad luck also if it is there. They are not going to come out down of the poverty line. That you can see over here in this diagram. So the explanation how the things are been linked with this. See, these categories, this is what the poor and non-poor poverty line for chart number 4.1 poverty line we saw. Then this is the chart number 4.2 as we are seeing the poverty line we can see. And further, this is what the tenure, the dimensions which are there, that we will be discussing in the next class, the dimensions. But now till now the poverty line, here we are going to stop with our today's class, as this is what one of the brief concept about the poverty line. This takes lot of time to discuss. It is a big concept. So this concept of the poverty line will be discussed in the next class. Okay students, any of the doubts are there about this, to know more about these things? You can just ask me the points.
No, sir.
No doubts regarding this?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, fine, then I will stop the image to display. Okay.
Okay, sir.